Welcome back. In this video, I'm going to be covering a lot of useful tips and tricks as always, as well as the tournaments that are on right now, like the Shadowinvasion, the Dragon Fair, Dragon's Path, Pursuit of Evolution, and Immortal Essence, as well as a lot of comments from players of the community that help build this channel. I've just currently gone over 8,000 subscribers, as well as 4,000 on the world channel. So if you have players who don't speak English as their first language, make sure that you direct them to the world channel where they can watch the videos that I'm uploaded in the correct language for them so that they can benefit too. So massive shout outs to everybody that's helped build this channel. The first thing I want to cover are tournaments. I've had a lot of comments, people saying, are you going to be doing tips and tricks on Seasonal Kingdom? The reality is I haven't done a Seasonal Kingdom yet. I know Total Battle want me to because I recently received a couple t-shirts from them in regards to some of the captains that you can get whilst doing that. I know that they're pushing for me to do it. I really do want to do it because I want to wear the t-shirts with integrity and not just wear them for show, if that makes sense. So yeah, please stand by. I will get round to doing it. When I do, I will be documenting the whole thing. And I know that it's for like 3 months. That kind of content takes a lot of prior planning and preparation. So yeah, I'll make sure I get round to that. I also received a comment about the Lotus festival, which I found to be very awesome. Can't see it in the tournaments tab because it does come round every now and then. The comment was from Beyond6699. He was saying, hi, the Lotus Festival gives the most VP if you buy the pass. I will hit 5.3 trillion points if I finish the full racket. Ragnarok gave me 0.3 trillions last time, but in Ragnarok, you will get points to your captains, which is great. He's saying that these tournaments that come up, like the Lotus Festival, they're the ones that you can truly maximize on. Now, don't get me wrong. He did mention that you do want to buy the pass. Of course, if you buy the pass for anything, like the Triumphal Challenge pass, you will gain all of the additional pass bonuses and the additional features. I'm currently at a level 51 of the Triumphal Pass. If I bought the Golden Pass, I would have been able to unlock all these extra rewards. People do ask me, why don't you do the Triumphal Challenge? And the honest truth is the rewards at the end of it. Different frames that I can get, as well as city. Now, this city is for Carter, and this city will grant 5% bonus to army health. I'm not really a big fan on army health because I prefer army strength. So even if I was to go hard on this Triumphal Challenge and get 7,500 trophy coins so I can unlock the city, I don't want that city. It gives me 5% health. I don't want that. I want strength, to be honest. And when you click on your hero, change avatar, you can change your frame, but then you can also change your city. When you start unlocking cities, the more you unlock, the more bonuses add. So if you have a city that grants 5% strength and you unlock another city that grants 5% strength, you will get 10% strength. Now, obviously, it's a collectible, and the more you play, the longer you play, the more you'll probably develop stronger and stronger. But back to what I was talking about, big ups to Beyond for sharing that comment because, I don't think a lot of people know how beneficial things like the Lotus Festival can be if you want a ton load of Valor points. It is important that you do collect your Valor points, especially when you're leveling up really, really fast. When you start to go to your research, and you start to level up your guardsmen, which obviously everybody knows by now or should know by now. If you're a new player, watch the Ragnarok hack video. This is the best time or the best way to level up your guardsmen to maximize on the Ragnarok points. When you click on that, it's costing 3.5 billion Valor points. I'm currently only at a guardsman level 5. Obviously, we've still got 6 to go, 7 to go, 8 and 9, and that's guardsmen. We've still got specialists, engineers, monsters, archaeology, all this other research that needs Valor points. So if you're reaching that kind of level, you will need to start having the word with yourself. Like, I'm actually a high level player. I need to get the Valor points. So it's very important. I received a ton of comments asking about talent points. Now, I used to be able to reply to all the comments because I used to get notifications of the comments I was receiving. However, now we've gone to 8,000 subscribers. For some reason, a lot of these comments are getting lost in the mix. I'm not getting notifications anymore, so I'm missing some of them. That isn't me ignoring you, by the way. I just want to make that clear. When you reach a certain level of YouTube, which by the way, the journey has been incredible, phenomenal, I don't see a lot of the comments. So now I'm actually asking the community, you guys, that if you see comments that I haven't responded to, please, if you know the answer to the players' questions, help each other out and feel free to help each other. And not only that, you probably earn yourself a community spotlight. Your name will get flagged as a top fan or a top subscriber. So if you're interested in getting recognition as being the guy that helps people or being the girl that helps people, feel free to check the comments and update players on things that they need updating on. So what I was talking about, talent points, you know, it's very, very difficult to decide, especially as a new player, where to allocate your talent points. When I first started, I was just putting them on training speed, and I started focusing mainly on my guardsmen and mainly getting all of these to the maximum level so that when I was attacking epic monsters or other players, it would give me the maximum rewards, or I'd get the maximum out of my troops. Expert battle tactics, I believe, unlocks at a certain level of your hero. Economy goes without saying. I think this is heavily important for people who need more silver, more food, and want to protect their assets with the warehouse capacity. Construction speed, research speed, tile bonus, very important. And as you can see here, you can see what I'm skipping and what I'm adding. Production of building resources. I'm not really investing my talent points in that because I get a lot of it from my clan. And also archaeology, of course, Carter. Exploration cost, tile capacity, efficiency, all that you do want to invest in. Now, as a new player, what do I recommend? To be honest, it depends on your gameplay and your style of play. If you are the type of player who wants to get lots of points, you need to increase your army. However, if you're looking at getting a lot of archaeology done as possible so that you can get gems and enchantments, then you need to invest in Carter. That way, when you go to the forge, you'll have a lot more to level up your creations of your equipment, because you'll have all of the correct materials so that you can craft 100% equipment to give you the maximum that you want in whatever quality it is. So in regards to talent points, especially for new players or any player that's just looking at leveling up, have a little test about with it. Don't be afraid to apply your talent points, because you can always reset them. And as you develop, you can see I've got 61 resets. It will amount, especially if you're applying a lot of what I'm speak about here on this channel. If you're doing it correctly, you shouldn't have to worry about resetting. But remember, when you do reset, you'll end up with hundreds and you have to reapply them. So don't worry about making mistakes is what I'm saying. But at the same time, try and find a balance that suits your gameplay and don't be in a rush. What you're seeing on my screen right now, even though I'm a level 52 million might score, which to a new player is very impressive. However, with the level of players in this game, there are some who are exceeding 300 million, 400 million. I've seen it. Therefore, it still makes me out to be a small player, a relatively small player. Now, comparison is the thief of joy. So never put yourself in a comparison space. It's not a healthy space to operate from. And always look for leadership, always look for guidance, and always look for a mentor. I was mentored very well and still am to this day. And I've been playing for over a year and a half. Remember that when you're progressing as a new player. Okay, so let's get into some of the comments from the community. I have a player here, Brother Mouse 1307, asking to explain the proper use of captains. Now, I've done quite a few videos on explaining which captains are best for which task. For example, we have Carter here, who is best for mining crypts. We have Aurora here, who is best for construction speed. And we have Farhad here, who is best for research speed. But if we take a look at a lot of the other captains, you'll find that over time, as they grow, as they develop, their features will increase. So you may start to get really comfortable using only a specific few. Like me, my go-to for attacking epic monsters is Cleopatra. When I need to go into a clan march, say we're doing a raid on an ancient's tower or attacking the shadowinvasion, if you want to use the reinforcements and really maximize on getting those conquest points, if you're not doing CP runs, which I will talk about later in this video, use Amanitore. As a new player, of course, you're going to be heavily investing in A-Day because she's your number one. She's your very first love. So make sure you don't neglect her. However, as time develops, you will start to use different captains, especially if you're doing the seasonal kingdom, where you will probably unlock Beowulf and you will unlock Skadi, which at maximum capacity can offer 500 plus army health. as they level up, of course. But does that mean you should disregard all the other ones? No. Speaking from experience here, where I've heavily invested in captains that I've used to get to the level I'm at. However, when I look at the Hall of Fame now, what happens when I get to a certain level in the Hall of Fame, like level 50 on the tenacity, level 40 on the courage, and level 55 on the resolve. So when you get to a certain level, you'll see that the criteria needed to unlock the next level of whatever house you need in the Hall of Fame may need a legendary captain. Like, for example, this is the courage. I want to get to the next level of the courage house because I prefer army strength to army health. However, it's saying I need a level 90 legendary captain or mythic captain. So when you look in here, you can see that the only mythic captain available is Hercules, and I haven't unlocked him yet. So if anybody knows how to unlock Hercules, please put it in the comments and let me know. However, legendary are golden captains. So we've got Alexander here, or Wu Zetian, if that's how you say her name, I don't know. But they are the only two legendary captains. And as you can see, I haven't invested anything in them, but I need to get one of them at least to a level 90 so I can get to the next level of the courage points. And then not only that, increase the courage points that I have. And the only way to increase those points is by leveling up the star level of your captains within that house. So Doria is a level 2 star at the moment. You can see she's got the little red dot next to her profile picture, as well as all the other captains in the other houses. And what that notifies to me is that I have enough immortal essence and enough fragments to take them to the next level. But I'm currently saving my immortal essence because I do want to increase my army strength, or actually the resolve house, construction speed and research speed, because at the level I'm at, it's actually quite heavy. For example, when we look at guardsman training, it's taken 47 days, and that's already with all the help from my clan. You know, that's all the help used already. So I'm still going to have to do 47. And once I've done that, the next one will be more and more and more. So I hope that has explained the importance of captains in this game. I honestly thought investing in the ones I need the most was the way forward. But after getting to this level, looks like I'm going to have to start using other captains as well. Like Leonidas, he's a legendary. He grants melee health and strength bonus, but for me to get to the level where I'm at, I've always used Cleo because she grants entire army. Weigh it up. When you are a new player, do you want to advance as quickly as possible? Yes. However, later on down the line, do you want to shoot yourself in the foot? No. So take a look at each captain, see what their benefits are, and see which ones are going to benefit you the most. I do want to highlight two in particular that I believe are almost loopholes in this game. And the first one is Logos. Logos grants specialist health and specialist strength. The more he levels up, it will increase. I did a video on Clash for the Throne when I was attacking other players and I was sending scouts. Scouts are a specialist unit. They gain extra features from Proscope. So I was leveling up Proscope using the artifact Shadow Dagger, which increases Scout's health and Scout strength. I used Immortal Essence to level him up to a level 3 and a lot of experience points, when in actual fact I could have just used Logos for the exact same task because he maximizes specialist health and specialist strength. So I don't even need to switch over to Dagger, because if you've got the Philosopher's Stone, that's specialist health and specialist strength, and then invest him with equipment, specialist health, specialist strength, the gems and the correct enchantment, you just maximize everything specialist wise. Send Logos to do the scouting. You don't have to send Proscope. So yeah, instead of wasting, if you will, resources on Proscope, go hard with Logos and send him to scout because he's going to give them the bonuses anyway. In regards to Tengel, Tengel increases the march speed. So when you start doing mercenary exchange hunting and sending Tengel overseas to go and try and get mercs, use the artifact Thunderdrum because it increases march speed. But when it comes to the equipment, what do you give to Tengel? I use Tengel for two purposes. One, resource gathering on the world map, which I'm going to actually explain a little bit in more detail in a sec on a comment that I received from another player. And I give him the enchantment of these Hermes boots, which increase march speed. Is there a gem that you can use? Yeah, you have Tiger's Eye here, which increases march speed. So if you add that to that, it will increase Tengel more and more. So the equipment you want to give Tengel, what I give Tengel anyway, is for resource gathering. When you want to mine a village or a mine, yes, you're going to use Stror initially because Stror is your number one. But if you want to do a second one at the same time, you want to use Tengel and give him that equipment so you can double up on the captain, basically. Use him for more than just one purpose. Same with Stror. When I do mercenary hunts, I give him the enchantment of Hermes boots because I want him to be rapid marching. So when you do the mercenary exchange, the idea is you send 3 of your fastest captains. Stror and Tengel double up well in regards to speed of marches and in regards to resource gathering. So the comment I actually received was from Rotfan77 saying, I'm pretty sure I could only send 2 captains to mine at once. Am I incorrect about that, or is there something that you have to research so that you can have 3 captains mining for silver? Thanks. I was always under the impression that you can mine with 3 captains. So I'm going to quickly do a live demonstration to see if this works or not. It really doesn't matter which captains I use for this demonstration, but let's take a look. So here is a village over here. I'm going to send Stror with a bunch of guardsmen. Oh, look, as well, I don't know if anybody else is experiencing this, but I just want to let you know, I got an email from Total Battle saying that they are fixing this. If you're playing on PC, you're not seeing marches. I don't know if you've noticed, it looks as if there's 0 activity going on. There's no red lines, no blue lines. There's no friendly marches, no enemy marches. Even this portal here, I've just sent Stror to this village and you can see I can't see him marching. I just want to let you know that Total Battle have let me know that they are fixing it. And I hope so, because it's been happening for nearly over a month and I thought there was something wrong with my internet. And I wasn't too overly bothered about it, as long as I could still see that the results were happening. But at the same time, I do think it does make the game more fun to play as far as interaction, seeing what is going on more, if that makes sense. So yeah, it is being fixed. Back to what I'm talking about then, to Rotfan77's comment. So let's send another mine, get some wood here, start the march, send Tengel. So we've got 2 on the go. And then I'm going to send another one to this village here. Now, before I do want to let you know that when you do the Trials of Olympus tournament, when you do the lava fountain trial, I know that you can only send 2 marches at once to mine the lava fountains on the Trials of Olympus tournament. So if that is a feature just for that tournament, that might be something that you're referencing, Rotfan, but if not, yep, Farhad is also on the march as well. So that is probably only for the Trials of Olympus in regards to the lava fountain mining. As you can clearly see, I'm sending 3 captains to mine at once. So in regards to your comment, Rotfan, you can send 3 captains to mine at once, but not during the lava fountain Trials of Olympus stage. But in regular gameplay, it looks like you absolutely can. I did put up a post in the community board of the Trials of Olympus with a lot of detail explaining each stage of the event, because I think that the Trials of Olympus right now is probably one of my most favorite events to do. I just love how it combines every element of gameplay in Total Battle into one tournament, which is competitive as well and very clan orientated, so you benefit with your clan. There was a comment from a player Morgan44R2V. She said, best event for sure. Favorite part is the rewards, especially on day 4, the Trial of Tartarus. One thing I would change is adding more variety in the store, possibly another artifact option, mercenaries or experience points to increase captain hero levels, summoning tokens for rare captains like Beowulf or Hercules. Cutter9242, he said, yeah, I second these sentiments. So when we go into the store of the Trials of Olympus, yeah, you can see that it's actually kind of basic. Plus they've got 3 positions here for Zeus of Lightning fragment, which I did a whole video on. I don't know any player that really heavily invests in these Zeus of Lightning fragments. So for the developers, if you watch this video, which, well, I know you watch these videos, but yeah, why have 3 slots for artifact fragments that players don't really want? I'm just saying it would be a good idea if you could change those for like what Morgan has suggested here, which I also, same as Cutter, second the sentiments. Add some mercenaries or some experience points bonuses, or even fragments for Hercules, Beowulf, Skadi, or even increase these dragonorbs if you can, because that's actually something I really need more of, which I'm going to go into it. So yeah, thank you, Morgan, for sharing that, and Cutter for also commenting as well. And if anybody else has any ideas about what they believe can make Trials of Olympus more epic, put it in the comments and let us know. Let's talk about really quickly the tournaments that are going on right now, because I want to do Shadow Invasion and I do this Dragon's Fair, because the Pursuit of Evolution, should you get the dragon seals, gives you more dragon orbs, as well as the Dragon's Fair. You get additional dragon orbs from the spinning wheel. So using your coins, if you do land on some dragon orbs, congratulations, because you will get bonus dragon orbs. The reason you want those orbs is because when you level up your dragon, you need to have a certain amount of orbs so that you can level up. And I will pin it to the community post so that you have it for reference later on. I did get another comment from a player called David Kualno 5479 requesting how to stack for a CP run. I know I didn't have G9. Can I apply this stacking for CP run? CP runs are very crucial for any clan looking to maximize their conquest points. If you are not doing CP runs right now, then I highly recommend that you do the Shadow Invasion as and when you can, because when you do an attack on Shadow Invasion, you can use reinforcements. As long as you have your Shield of Peace dropped, other players from your clan can send their armies to your city, have your consulate at maximum as best you can to increase their abilities, and you can use the reinforcements to attack the Shadow City and get as much CP conquest points as possible when doing so. And if you're strong enough, potentially completely take it out and then get your clan a whole bunch of clan chests, which will be awesome. But if you're not able to do so because you may not have a clan who's as responsive or as active as you are in this game, then just go at it alone. That is what I'm doing right now, because I missed the bus in regards to attacking it with the rest of my clan. But in regards to CP runs, what I'll do is I'll post the screenshots now of the best way to send your troops to the city of whoever it is that's doing the CP run. Just make sure they have 0 equipment as to not affect the bonuses, but you can activate your own personal bonuses, but you just don't want any equipment bonuses, but you can use artifact bonuses. But anyway, the troops that you want to send, if you want to keep the scoring fair, follow the image that I've just put on the screen of what types and how many to send. That way you should be in a good state, but each clan will probably have their own way. I'm just saying use this as a way that you can do it, because that's how we do it. So in answer to your question, David, I hope that helps. In regards to doing the CP run, for those of you who have seen the troop stacking calculator video that I updated, link is still available. That's also been updated. There is now more in that troop stacking calculator, so make sure you have a look. I received a comment from Rising Lion 7 saying about the video Total Battle has just done, the myths and the debunks. He said Total Battle just put out a video that covers a little of this. The consensus is add first, then multiply. He's talking about bonuses. The numbers are through the roof when you take advantage of the stacking of all the bonuses before the multiplication. So the reason I'm mentioning this comment is because of the troop stacking calculator, because I also received another comment from Dan Ratto, V2I, says, if you do an attack with a small amount of troops, just check your battle log and click on the troop. This gives you strength and health percentages, all inclusive of research and bonuses. I also received that same comment from a guy called John Q. Unfortunately, John Q, your comment got lost in the mix, like I mentioned before, so I couldn't highlight it, but thank you as well. So what Dan Ratto and John Q are saying here is when using the troop stacking calculator, if you don't know how much bonuses you're getting for each troop type, send an army with the captain that you're going to use to take a look at what bonuses they will get. So I'm actually going to do this right now. I'm going to use Dustan, and I'm going to recall really quickly the captains that I've got still mining those mines. Right, so I'm trying to click on the captains that are mining those mines, and for some reason it's not taking me to them, which is again another bug on the PC version. So not only am I not seeing the marches, I'm trying to click on the show button and it is not taking me to them, which is a little bit upsetting because I don't know where my captains are. Is this one of mine? Who knows? Let's have a look. No, it's Torcage, so that's not mine. Is this one of mine? Who's this? Oh yeah, it's me. So I'm going to recall the army. Okay, so once they make it back, what I'm going to do now is a demonstration of what John Q and Dan Ratto have suggested, to send a march to an epic monster with just one of each troop type, and then we will get to see the amount of value that the bonuses have added to them. So before I do that, I'm going to quickly decide who I'm going to be sending. Dustan, Cleo, and Manatore, because they've all got their equipment, I do believe. Yeah, happy days, good to go. Oh, here we go. Fan of flying wands. Make sure I update that, raise that. Happy days. Yep, unlock the next level. Army strength plus 20. Get in. That's what we want. Can I level it up even more? Yeah, let's do that. Get that to the next level. Happy days. So yeah, guardsman strength up 35% with the additional random bonus, army strength plus 20%. Excellent. So now I've got my 3. Go to the shadow invasion real quick. Bearing in mind, I haven't activated all my bonuses yet, like experience points, conquest points, army strength, because if I do, I'm going to use it for an hour and I don't want to waste one because I'm still recording this video. But for the purpose of this video, imagine I have added those bonuses as well. And all I'm going to do is send one of everything. And so I'm going to do one of them, one of them, one of them, one of them, and just one of everything. So that's what I'll be sending. So now it's going to take 2 minutes. But what it's going to do is show us all of the artifacts bonus that's being used, all of the equipment bonus that's being used. And if I had army strength bonus, also include that as well. Now, the reason I'm saying that is so that if you go to the calculator and you're manually inputting all the numbers, it will now calculate the exact numbers of the troops you're going to be sending correctly, so that when you get your battle report back and it's saying what troop attacked first, what mercs that you want to be using, saving and stuff like that, that's how you want to be doing it. Okay, so it's strength of your archers before the march, 545% for me anyway. However, after looking at a battle report, when I just sent one of each troop type, take a look at the archers. What are they performing at now? Strength 824.2%. Yes. So now we know, plus strength of your army on group marches and in reinforcements, 198%. So you add those two together. Then when you go to the troop stacking calculator, you can input that correct bonus for every troop type, and you will get the correct amount of troops that you should send, and you will be stacking them properly as to maximize their strength, maximize your points, and reserve your mercs. From John Q, Dan Ratto, and Rising Lion 7. So thank you guys for those comments and talking about how to get the correct bonuses before putting it into the troop stacking calculator. And now everybody that uses that calculator, now you know how to get the exact numbers. Enjoy. So the good news of doing those 2 attacks with 1 troop type each is I actually managed to do the first level of Dragon's Path, which gave me 50 lizard coins. So I may as well spin the wheel in the Dragon's Fair while I'm here. Let's see if I can get some dragon orbs. Don't know if I will, but it's worth a spin. It's worth a spin. Don't worry, I'm going to be doing it in more detail later on. Oh, I just got an extra 100 coins, which is awesome. I always double up when I do that. Oh, I can't. So, okay, so we may as well spin it twice, see what we get. Come on with the dragon orbs, baby. We need those. Yeah, there we go. 360. That's good. That's what I wanted. And let's get some more if we can. This will be awesome if I do. Okay, another 100. Just a quick interval, guys, in the video. Why not? I may as well say it while I'm here, the cringe thing. If you ain't done so already, you may as well hit the subscribe button and the like button. If you are already subscribed and watching the video thus far, it's probably best you hit the notification bell. Set your notifications so that when I upload future videos, you don't miss them and you're the first to know, really. Happy day. So we just got some more dragon orbs there. And as you can see, when you do, like I said before, you can claim additional dragon orbs, which is always awesome. So that was nice. Okay, so I also received another comment from Fintolchin4615. He's asking, does Guan Yu's bonus work against epic monsters? Guan Yu is a hero, and his feature is if you and an opposing player both have equal initiative in a battle, you land the first blow if you do not have allies taking part in the fight. Basically, if it's a one-on-one, you versus another, and you're using Guan Yu for the fight, you should land the first strike, because initiative is normally 50-50. Wolfpack Pete 6408 also asked the same question. One issue with Guan Yu is, what if you and an opposing player both have equal initiative and you are both using Guan Yu? One of you has to lose. And I think that's true. I don't know if it cancels the other one out, so you're both just doing 50-50, like the new Mythbusters video Total Battle have said about how it works like a flip of a coin. It'd be interesting to know if any player has come across this and knows about this. Can you just put it in the comments? Let us know what actually happens, because I don't know. Finally then, a comment I received about the Burning Crown from Millsinator007. Where is it? Where do I have it? Here it is. I'm saving mine for when I unlock Helen. But basically, you get this Burning Crown, which grants army strength 10%, construction speed an additional 10%, and troop training speed an additional 10%. So make sure that when you do get this, you keep hold of it and equip it to either Aurora or Helen because of its bonuses, which are construction speed, troop training speed, as well as army strength, but you don't want to waste it on army strength. So how do you get the Burning Crown? Right, you can only get the Burning Crown if you start the game on the mobile app. I don't make the rules. That's just something Total Battle have done. There are benefits to playing it on mobile and there are benefits to playing it on PC. Some of the benefits that playing it on PC, when you can see the marches, you can do merc exchanges with a bigger screen. However, you will not be getting the Burning Crown if you do. I don't know why it's different. Speak to customer support through Total Battle, ask them why is it a thing, but it is just a thing, and I'm here to confirm it, that you can only get the Burning Crown when completing the initial tutorial of the game on mobile. Very important if you want that extra artifact. And it's a once in a lifetime artifact. So once it's gone, it's gone. Now, the final thing is not a player comment. This is actually an observation of my own. I wanted to change hero. I'd saved up my gold to have the ability to unlock Aerin, which I have managed to do. She is awesome. And the reason I unlocked her is because marches are not time limited and you can send marches to other kingdoms. So it's unlimited. You can go from Kingdom 200 to Kingdom number 1 if you wanted to. It might take you all day. However, you can do it if you have Aerin as your active hero. I've unlocked her, so it cost me 1 million gold. After the Merc exchanged, I switched back to Haemon because Haemon's features are much better for me as a developing player and developing my city, because his features give clan bonuses twice as effective as, which I've explained in my best heroes video, which I'll pin for you right now. But when the Merc exchange came back around, I wanted to switch back to Aerin. When I tried to do so, click choose, I didn't have this thing here, which grants me the switchback, swap avatar. Now, I don't understand where to get that from. It's not unlockable. I tried to look everywhere. The only option you have is get more. So when you click get more, it takes you to the shop. The reason I'm highlighting this to you is because as a player that's choosing what hero to have, if you are not prepared to spend the $8.99 that's needed to get 2 avatar unlocks, GBP by the way, $8.99 GBP. I know it's not a lot of money, but it's another expense you didn't know you needed if you want to keep switching your heroes. That is the only way to get it. Now, don't get me wrong, you get a lot of other rewards from unlocking that, like certain chests, VIP, speed ups, and gold. But, you know, I didn't know that is what I would need to do to get Aerin back. Plus, you only get 2. So if you're going to keep swapping back and back, you're going to have to budget for that expense. That being said, when I click out and I check to see how much gold I've saved, I've got 1.7 million now. Let's imagine I want to unlock another hero. What will happen, for example, if I said I wanted to have Ulrich, let's say I click unlock, yeah, it's going to cost me 1 million gold. What will happen is it will switch to Ulrich. However, I won't be able to switch back to Haemon because I don't have that button that I need. If you're a new player or a player that's looking at changing their hero after watching the best hero to choose video, just consider what's going to have to happen if you change your mind or if you want to switch between heroes. It doesn't matter if you're saving your gold, because even if you click on items, which I thought it might be on, go to miscellaneous. If you scroll down, you can see that you've got unlock avatar, but that's just to unlock a new hero. That doesn't swap heroes. And that button that I need to switch over, it's nowhere to be seen. It's really frustrating because Aerin is awesome for merc exchanges and going to other kingdoms. Anyway, I just thought I'd highlight that because for a lot of players that are choosing their heroes, they probably didn't know, like I didn't know, what happens when you want to go back to your original hero or another hero. You will need to invest the $8.99 GBP to have 2 swaps. So if you're doing a merc exchange once a week, you're going to need 4, right? To switch and switch back, switch, then switch back. Switch, then switch back, switch, then switch. You're going to need 8. I know. So when you do $8.99 times 4, if you're doing it that often, just under 36 quid a month to switch your heroes. So I think it's very important that you know that. I've covered so much in this video. Honestly, I can't even remember where we begun. I think we talked about talent points, talked about SK, and I can't wait to do the next one, especially so I can earn the t-shirts that Total Battle have sent me. We talked about Shadow Invasion, talked about Dragon's Path, all these tournaments, so much. So if you've watched the video all the way up until the end, I'm very grateful that you have. And if you have anything you want to comment, please do. I've got to get away now and do some play. I've got to play the game, unlock some more stuff that I need to keep going through this whole journey, which, by the way, again, big shout out to the community. 8,000 subscribers now on the channel. I mean, who knew, right? And it isn't doable without you. So as always, thank you so much for your support. YouTube are most likely going to recommend a video now that they believe is best suited for you. However, if there's anything that I've mentioned in this video that you want to look at, go to the videos option or go to the playlist option, see which video you need to see and focus on. And as always, I look forward to seeing you on the next one.